I have a job for you.
Jeez, it's not another arc, is it?
No, not again. This time I need a full-scale home renovation.
Noah Construction and Builders is your design and build partner. We do it all, from additions and dormers to full-scale renovations. Schedule your no-cost design consultation today. Visit us online at noahconstruction-builders.com.
Noah Construction and Builders. Through dreams we design, with vision we build.
WGBB Radio 95.9 FM 1240 AM on your dial. MuscleSport Media Live Mondays 7:30 to 8 p.m. And Anthony, OMG,
oh my God! Can you sing it? No, Trev. Oh my! I don't know Spanish. I don't know how to say the rest. Do you know how to say it?
I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Maybe I can Italian. I could, get by a little bit. But
try it. Oh my God!
Oh mio Dio!
Oh, there you go.
Oh mio.
There you go.
All right. Obviously, we're talking a little bit about. And I heard part of Joey Petroni's show on the ride in. You guys, they were talking about the Mets at the beginning as well. So yeah, I mean, a great. Listen, put it this way. That was an unusual set of circumstances, to say the least.
Did that ever happen in Major League history? Did it ever happen?
I'm aware of. Because they used to have game 163. They went away with that.
Right.
But they would have still had to play these games because it was
seeding
and all of that.
Did you hear yesterday, not to interrupt, did you hear yesterday that Major League Baseball was actually, if the Diamondbacks lost yesterday,
they were going to cancel this game, or they're going to make them play it anyway?
No, Major League Baseball, and that would have caused an uproar with the other teams. That would have caused, and rightfully so, with San Diego and with Arizona. Major League Baseball was actually thinking about canceling these two games.
Which, obviously, awaiting opponents, scoreboard, TV watching, it gives the advantage to...
that would cause an uproar, but they were actually thinking of doing that.
You know what, though? I'm glad they ended up playing it.
Yeah, of course. Of course we're glad now, because the Mets would have got swept.
No, but I'm just saying, listen, as a sports writer, I'm looking at it and saying it's an unusual set of circumstances, unprecedented type of situation, where both teams, it was 3 scenarios going on.
Amazing.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to talk about that. And obviously, the second game ended on the way in. We were driving in. The second game ended. Atlanta won 3-0. So they fly to San Diego as the 5th seed, playing the 3rd seed Padres, top wild card. The Mets end up as the 6th seed, playing the worst division winner that doesn't get a bye, the Brewers, who they just finished.
Yeah. It's at 5:30 tomorrow.
5:32, actually.
Actually, yeah.
Right. And San Diego is 8:30 Eastern time, but 5:30 out there.
Right.
So obviously Severino pitching. Listen, we're going to recap this game and all of that.
Yeah.
I at the beginning of the game, I was a little surprised that Marte wasn't in the game. I know they were going for defense, and that's fine. I understand that and all, but I just thought Marte. He's got a little experience. He's he's been playing well in the outfield. He's not like he's a liability out there. This guy was a great center fielder for years.
Right.
Regardless of the thing, Carlos Mendoza's pressed the right buttons all year long.
He did. Not in the bullpen, in my opinion. No, he hasn't pressed all the right buttons in the bullpen, in my opinion, but majority speaking, I like what he did yesterday with the lineup. I mean, I like certain things. I like that he took Lindor out of he put him in the DH. I like certain things that he did. I don't think the bullpen moves by Mendoza has been completely on point. But for majority, you are correct.
But let's kind of recap this game.
Right.
It seemed like first of all, Tyler McGill pitched a good game.
5 2/3.
He had 2 bad pitches. One wasn't a bad pitch. The kid just hit the ball out. The Ozuna one hung a little bit. But McGill, for the most part, did what he needed to do and keep them within striking distance.
Right. I would like to have seen him go
a little longer, maybe. Yeah, but I wanted him to get that 3rd out in the 6th.
Correct.
Okay, when they brought Brazoban and then later Ottavino, when it almost looked like they were waving the white flag, because those two have been their weaker relievers in a way.
100%.
Let's give those guys credit, too. They pitched the scoreless inning each.
Yes, I'll give them credit.
They did. Okay, now the Mets' bats come alive. They put
let's just real quick. without Tyrone, okay, that 11 pitch at bat,
fouling balls off,
was the turning point of the game.
And he's in there for his glove.
No doubt.
Right? So now, Taylor had a good game. That was that weird play, and they left a lot of guys on base. They had some scoring opportunities early in the game.
I thought we were dead in the water. But that was the at-bat that turned the entire game around.
Huge at-bat. Good point, Ed. Huge at-bat. And then when they were able to scratch out some runs, take the 1-run lead, and then Nimmo pads it with 2, you're thinking, as a fan, as a baseball person, you're thinking,
it's over.
This should be enough.
Yes.
But of course,
the Mets are going to Met.
The Mets are going to Met, and the Braves are going to Brave against the Mets. And Diaz, again, it just seems that unless he's got a 1-run lead in the 9th inning, he's not as effective coming in
He gets
earlier.
shook. What shook him is that play to first base where he lollipopped it to Alonso, and he actually, he got the out, but then the next play, Alonso made a sick play.
He didn't cover.
And he didn't cover.
I don't know if it would have got the out anyway, but still, it's a mental thing.
And that's Diaz gets sensitive. He gets shook when it comes to
off of his game. His focus gets a little clouded. Yes,
right.
True.
With that being said, people were on Mendoza about pitching him yesterday, which I think was a great move because he hasn't pitched in a week. You know what I mean?
When he is not used, he's statistically, he's definitely. This has been a different type of year for Diaz. You don't know moving forward. You hope that you're going to get the Diaz from the old Diaz, not this one day great, one day okay guy.
The 22 Diaz. 22 Diaz.
So, but Diaz ends up. And I'm watching a game with my son, and I told Jimmy, I said, if they don't, he goes, they can't put Diaz back out there. They got to put Stanek. I said, no. I said, either you put Diaz or you put Shawmut Iyer out there.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
But I said, it's either Diaz or you put the starter in. That's got the longest rest.
You got to put Diaz in.
But I wanted to see Diaz come back out.
Here's what I liked. Do you know Diaz wanted to go back out?
Oh, they were taking him out. Hefner said you're out, and he talked Mendoza.
I love it.
I like that too, because that shows.
He's like, I got this.
Now, the last time somebody did that was Terry Collins with Matt Harvey in the 15 World Series. It didn't work out as good. Talk the manager into making the non-move.
Good point. Good point. This was golden.
We're skipping such a huge part of this, and people that are going to listen to this live or on replay, you probably know what happened already. So we're not going to play-by-play it, but just to say that the Mets were able to come off the mat again in this game. Marte was on base, if I remember correctly. He got the hit.
Right.
Stole second, so it takes that the force away, and then Lindor hits the home run, which that ball carried today.
My God, did he?
I thought that ball was going to be to the warning track, maybe.
I knew that was out.
I didn't know until Harris turned around, and then I said, "This ball's carrying, it's going."
Did you hear Gary Cohen's call? I actually heard it on Howie. I was listening on the radio. I heard Harry Rose.
I heard 4 different calls. I heard we pulled it up on Twitter. Right. Obviously, we were watching SNY with Gary Cohen.
Right.
We heard Howie's afterwards. We heard the ESPN's call, and we heard the Atlanta call. But it was like, are you kidding me?
I know.
Because it was one of those games like, what's going to happen next? Are we going to be here all night playing this game?
How about Iglesias again? How about Clutch? The guy's magic. The guy's magic. 21-game hitting streak.
Yeah, scrap heap. Right?
Boom.
Nobody wanted this guy. Okay?
That's what I like. That's what I love.
And you know
Magic.
What? David Stearns did a phenomenal job. You know me. I said going into the season that Mendoza was a plan B because they thought Counsell was going to follow 100% to the Mets. 100%. Now, you get Mendoza. All right. I didn't expect much out of the Mets this year, so it didn't bother me to move.
We could go back to that show in May. And because I remember saying, this is the worst team I've seen in a long time.
At the time they were.
Yeah, and the May was
so bad.
May was historically terrible.
11 games under on May 29th. They play 629 ball the rest of the way.
Correct.
To be 16 games over 500.
Talk about stats.
And make the playoffs. Now, listen, I'm not going to say it's house money from now on. Obviously, you want to win every game. You want to win. You go all the way. But this team was not expected to be that good this year. They go on a tear. Things happen. The pitchers. This is basically a rotation of number 3s and 4s.
The pitching staff was. Listen, We'll talk about Lindor. We'll talk about, everyone else. We'll talk about Tyrone Taylor. We'll talk about Iglesias. The pitching staff, the starting pitching staff, is the reason why we're in the playoffs.
And this was not a staff that was much expectations. This was especially like Severino
and Manaea.
Prove-it deal. Manaea, Quintana was okay last year. He was hurt a lot. They brought him back.
Peterson, and lately McGill.
Peterson was almost ace-type material with Manaea.
I mean, it's just amazing. And Manaea, when he changed that arm angle, he became almost unhittable.
And even though it's a moot point, it didn't matter. Lucchesi pitched great today.
I know.
Four guys.
I know.
The cherry. We didn't realize he was on the roster still. He wasn't on the 40.
I know. When I found that out, that Lucchesi was pitching today, and obviously he's not going to be on the roster.
No, but what a brilliant move by Mendoza and Stearns to bring him up there.
We didn't know.
In the first game.
And we didn't know.
You activate him.
Correct.
So then you don't have to worry about using your bullpen.
I have to tell you, I completely agree, and I didn't realize it until I heard Lucchesi, and I said, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant move.
We were both like, what?
That's
my son and I watching the game.
Brilliant move.
So obviously,
and how about Sale not pitching the second game?
Well, they're saying it wasn't a phantom injury. I thought it was a phantom injury.
I think it's because they want to pitch him first game in
and they knew they were probably going to. But they were sleepwalking. It was 1-0. They were sleepwalking through this game.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy goes, I hate the Braves so much.
I hate the Braves so much.
But see, I don't know. Guys like me and you, to me, the Braves are a National League West team. I hated the Cardinals more. They were
no. That's not true. But that is not.
But the Cardinals were the Mets' chief rivalry in the '80s, in my opinion.
Well, yes.
But then in the '90s, the Braves.
Well, I just don't. The Braves always seem to. Okay, can we talk about this? Who hit the go-ahead run for the Braves? Who was it? Travis d'Arnaud.
Oh, okay.
Again.
Well, he's killed the Mets since they let him go.
And who won the game for the Braves yesterday? Who won the game for the Braves yesterday? Darnell hit a 2-run homer. I mean, can you make, this is what I mean. I wanted them dead and buried because I don't want to play San Diego, but again, I have a feeling they're going to haunt us somehow.
I don't know. Listen, if the Mets and the Braves see each other again, that would be like
iconic.
A lot of upsets going forward.
Iconic.
Obviously, the Dodgers would be,
I don't know.
Phillies. I mean, listen, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yes. We're in.
The Mets qualify for the playoffs. They had a very good year. I think they match up okay with the Brewers. Listen, this 5 out of 6 this year, I know they lost this series here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's about momentum right now.
Right now, the Mets are loose. They're playing with house money.
Yep. It's about momentum. And they play better. They did. Listen to what J.D. Martinez said yesterday in that interview. They play better when there's no pressure, and they said it. They have internal meetings with this. They said it to themselves, like, look, we weren't supposed to be here. Cliche as it may sound, we were not supposed to be here. Let's just go play and go
out there and play
fun.
Baseball.
That's it.
Go out there and play baseball. I tell you, they may not have been there, but you know who's supposed to be at your house if you need something done. Noah Construction-Builders.com.
Make sure
no job too big nor small for the boys at Noah Construction-Builders.com. Pete and the guys, make sure if you need work done in your house, that's where you go. Noah Construction-Builders.com. Tell them you heard it here first on MuscleSport Media, live on WGBB Radio. The Mets are in the playoffs. They go to Milwaukee now. Obviously, they get a break because they just kind of, and then to me, that's an even Steven thing. They just saw each other. Well, we saw them too, right?
Yeah.
Big deal. It's a shorter ride, obviously. It's time zone, it's not a big deal.
And it's 2 out of 3.
And it's 2 out of 3. The only thing that stinks is there's no home game. Correct. I wish there was one home game. I think there should be 1-1-1.
That's the only problem with this playoff.
The new wild card system. Yeah.
That's the only problem.
It's better than a one-game wild card in a way, because at least you get a little bit of a series. But not having a home game, you didn't with the one game either. I know that, but it's okay.
I'll take it. Listen, I will take it. Do you see these Jeff Bagwell forearms, by the way?
Jeff Bagwell forearms. That? Anthony is he's a big boy.
I feel about
He's got his New York Mets.
I got
black bat.
My buddy Mark just gave this to me. He always gives me presents, and he just
nice little gift.
My little right.
I like that.
Joey?
No ice cream helmet.
No ice cream, Holic.
With
No,
the old
but I got the
sprinkles
bat.
in it.
You know what this used to be for? You tuck it right under, just in case you need it, you tuck it right under the seat of the Cadillac. Right?
Right? In Bensonhurst, we didn't know what a mini bat was.
You had a regular
We had
bat.
a regular
Yeah,
bat.
I got a regular bat in my trunk, too. I got two, actually. But I'm saying the mini bat is for quick situations.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, it's nice.
Quick situation. A quick beating.
A quick beating. If you need to.
Not a beating.
Beat the
Quick
girls.
beating.
Beat the girls off.
Trevor,
with
what
a
are you
stick.
doing? Are you watching? What are you watching right here? You listening to me?
He's listening
You're not
to
listening. You ain't listening to us today.
Okay. Now let's look forward to this series. The Mets play in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Milwaukee's not a great team. They won that division by default. That division's horrible.
No one won 100. Don't forget this.
Nobody won. Yeah,
No one won 100
95 games.
Right.
It's the most, right? Philadelphia, was it?
My opinion. Listen, the Dodgers and Philly. Okay. It's up.
The Dodgers got no staff.
It's up in the air right now.
They got no pitching.
It's up in the air.
Philadelphia should win this pennant, without a doubt.
I hate them too.
I like, you know what? Even though they're in a division, I respect the fans.
How? I hate the fans. I hate the town.
Because they're so much like the way the New York is.
Not true. They're jealous and they're trashy.
But they're
not
hardcore fans.
They're trashy.
In '93 with Lenny Dykstra,
I love
a great team.
Yeah, I love that.
I was rooting for that.
I
team.
love Lenny Dykstra. I love John Kruk, and that's about it. And the only
that
other
was a
thing
fun team to watch.
I like about Philadelphia is Rocky. That's it.
Rocky and West 9th Street and
That's
the
it.
cheesesteaks.
That's all I like.
And
That's
Skinny
it.
Joey Merlino. You got to watch the Skinny with Joey Merlino.
The rest
Little
is
Snuff,
the
Joe
rest
Petrie.
is garbage. The rest is garbage.
Listen, a long way to go until...
Why are we talking about Philly?
Yeah, let's talk about Milwaukee Brewers. Obviously, they're going to have their rotation set. The Mets...
Who's pitching for them tomorrow? Severino's. We got Severino.
Severino, I'll be honest with you. I didn't even look because, I kind of had to get ready and come here while we were watching Game 2 at home. So I didn't really get a chance to look ahead. I know the starting time is 5:30 for that game. Listen, the Brewers... They're another team that kind of looked like they were taking a step back. They traded Corbin Burns to the Orioles.
Correct.
It looked like that they were going to kind of like the Mets, like kind of not punt on the year, but not go all in on this year, kind of like the way the Mets did. They brought in some low risk guys.
As soon as June came, they went all in.
The Mets, who are famous for June swoons, had the month that put them back in the picture in June.
You could have said that better. With the Grimace thing and that and that.
The Grimace thing was funny. Yeah. I think that was hysterical.
Yeah. Everything's hysterical about this team. Everything is corny, hysterical, everything. Yeah. And guess what? I love every second of it. And if this was another team, I would be making fun of them to no extent.
Yeah.
But
this isn't the bad boys from '86.
No.
Everybody hated because they were 108 wins. This is a scrappy team.
This is right.
That a lot of guys had like oddball years, not good years, okay years, hit some homers, had no average.
Absolutely.
It's like they were inconsistently consistent.
Good. I mean, that's couldn't be a better, what is that called? What is that called? Oxymoron? That's an oxymoron. There couldn't have been a better consistent. Now, here's what I want to see going forward. I want to see, Alonso wake up. I want to see him do something for us, not with a 10-run lead. I'd like to see him be a little more clutch. I think J.D. Martinez is going to be huge for us.
Guys got so much postseason experience.
Yes.
So I'm not worried about him. I know he woke up a little bit the last week.
How about Lindor today? How about Lindor?
Francisco Lindor.
MVP.
And whose shirt am I wearing there?
Lindor.
I got my Lindor shirt that my son bought me for my birthday or something a few years back. I wore it for good luck today. And obviously it worked because Lindor got the big 2-run homer, the game-winning ribs there.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
I thought it was typical Mets-Braves when the Braves, the ball off the wall. I thought it was gone at first, and I was glad it stayed in the park, that one. But they took the lead, and it looked very bleak.
It did.
But this is a team all year long has been scrappy.
Yep.
And, but like I said, moving forward, you need some production out of Pete Alonso.
There's no
question. He's had one of those years. You look at his numbers at the end of the year. The average is a little lower, 240 or whatever. But he had some home. But
his RBIs are
but if you
90. He got 90 RBIs.
Come on. Somewhere in that area. Less than 100 he has, if you look at his numbers on paper, they don't look that bad, but we watch him every game. He doesn't hit the home run when you need it, unfortunately.
Correct.
You need him to be a big part of anything that's going to happen.
Imagine
in the
him,
postseason.
Lindor. Imagine those two. And I hate to say it, too, we are missing Jeff, McNeil when it comes to certain thing production.
McNeil was doing great when he broke his hand.
Absolutely, sir.
Remember he went on that home run tear?
We forget about Nimmo. Nimmo was clutch, too. He hit the go-ahead, he broke it open.
He padded the lead there.
He broke it open.
Nimmo's another guy that his average went down, his home run production went up. Excellent in the field. He's a good speed base runner. He goes first to third. Little things like that mean a lot. Especially in the old National League. Now it's kind of blurred lines.
Yes.
I like the way. Listen, the beginning of the year you had Vientos in AAA and you had Brett Beatty at third base.
Love Vientos. He's not hitting right now, but I love Vientos.
But he's had 20-something homers.
I love Vientos. Love him.
But Vientos was a surprise this year. Had a great, solid year for them.
Had a great June. Had a great July.
He was there. Iglesias out of nowhere. A veteran nobody wanted that hit 290 last year.
And clutch. Magic.
Why nobody wanted him, I don't know. But the Mets got lucky with him.
He was an all-star in, I think, 19 or 20, right?
This is not some guy that's been playing in, like, the Mexico or something.
Right.
He's with the Ducks.
That's right.
This is a guy that's been a good major league player.
Right.
I don't know why nobody noticed it, but Stern saw him, got him cheap, and, and give credit to Cohen. He didn't go for it this year, but this wasn't an off season where I think they made a play for Yamamoto. He took the Dodgers, and I was okay with the non-moves they made this year going in.
Yeah, listen, I was annoyed with, I thought they put all their ducks in one barrel with the council thing. So
yeah.
And I have to say we were dead wrong. But I mean, listen. In May, we thought, get rid of him, get rid of everyone, trade Alonso, trade, blow up the stadium, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is, I have to say, but everyone agreed with me. It wasn't that I was the captain negative.
They were playing terrible. They had a rookie manager, but Mendoza,
he impressed the heck out of me.
Stoic. No matter what was going on, he never got overexcited or over, crazy about bad stretches.
He did. With the lineup, I'll tell you why he impressed me. I was dead against Lindor
leading off.
Same here. I was dead against it.
I'm like, that's your number 3 hitter. What are you doing?
I was dead against it.
This is your best hitter. Why he's got to hit third?
This is why we do this, and he does this.
That's true.
I hate to say that because I was dead against it. I said, "What?
You got rid of him. We got 2 great leadoff hitters in Nimmo and Marte. Why are we putting our production guy and leadoff?" But it worked out. I mean, Lindor had a great season. He's probably not going to win the MVP. Don't
forget he was getting booed. Don't forget. Yeah. April and May, he had a terrible season.
He started off really bad.
Terrible.
Ohtani's probably going to win the MVP, and
rightfully so.
I mean, his numbers are out of control.
Yeah.
If Lindor wasn't hurt and had some big hits during this stretch, and he missed those games, he may have had a better argument for the MVP. He's not going to get it on this one hit today.
He's our MVP.
He's going to be the second guy, and he's the Mets MVP. I do want to see them moving forward in the playoffs. I want to see Marte playing in the playoffs. I don't want to see Taylor and Bader out there.
Taylor, don't forget.
Then Bader's got it.
Beta
is not. Can't hit for nothing.
Listen, I have a feeling he's going to start Taylor. I have a feeling.
Which is fine.
He's going to start Taylor.
Start Taylor in center. Put Starlin Marte in right. You got Brandon Nimmo in left. You got Martinez as the DH. Yeah, your other outfielders are on the Winker and
I forgot about Justin
and Beta. I mean, if Beta's your 4th outfielder, maybe you don't even put Winker on the roster for this first one.
I think Winker instead of Beta. How about that?
I mean, Winker hasn't done anything either.
Yeah, but I have a feeling he's due. I got a hunch, like Lou Brown from Major League. I got a hunch.
Why are you playing him?
Yeah. I got a hunch.
You may run like Hayes, but you hit like...
Get me Vaughn.
Yeah. Oh, of course, we're going to have to say, and we still don't know
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose. Now, I'm an old Met fan, and we used to chant "Rose sucks" at Shea because of the Buddy Harrelson 73
I got that
incident.
picture on my. I got that signed picture fight
in your office.
in
right?
my in my man den. I got my buddy Scott Anderson got it for me. I got him beating up on top of Buddy Harrelson, but they both signed it.
I obviously, when I was a younger kid, we hated Rose as Met fans. We had Rose sucks signs when they were playing the Phillies, when he went to Philly as a free agent after the Reds. But Pete Rose, I mean, a model ball player.
Icon.
Charlie Hustle, I mean,
icon.
Maybe he had big money on the Braves.
Old school. he's Joey. He's passed away.
He laid the wood.
Joey.
I know. I'm just joking.
Pete Rose is to me the epitome of an old school scrappy ball player.
I mean, this is a guy.
Slap hitter.
Second base, center field, third base, first base. Played everywhere. He
Dove
hit
head first into the base.
Walked. He ran. That's why I love Nimmo, because he runs when he walks.
Man.
He's like Charlie Hustle.
No doubt.
Hence why the nickname. So rest in peace, Pete Rose. We don't know the cause of death yet. I mean, I don't think he was that old. I didn't know if he had.
No, but you know what's going to happen now, right?
What?
They're going to put him in the Hall of Fame. They're going to put him.
Should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, don't get me started. I think I don't. And once again, I still think other guys should be in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter about when they played and what chemicals and all this other stuff. They've been cheating forever in baseball, and a lot of people have been doing it. So that's my opinion.
Barry Bonds.
Put them all in the Hall of Fame, because guess what?
Kurt Schilling belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Whatever they put in
politics are keeping him out.
Whatever they put in their body didn't help them, didn't make them swing the bat like that.
No.
We know that.
I totally agree. Clemens. I mean, you're talking about some of the greatest players of all.
Ever.
Bonds and Clemens are in the conversation.
Ever. A-Rod, McGuire, Sammy Sosa.
Not Sosa, no. He only had a window of.
McGuire should be in the Hall of Fame.
McGuire, yes. McGuire, yes.
Andres Galarraga.
It's phenomenal.
Right?
It's a big cash.
Right? So think about
One
that.
of the greatest of all time. You know what?
Go ahead.
You know what?
This
goes too quick.
No, Trevor, we're staying till 10 tonight. keep this open. We're staying all night. I don't need sleep.
It's gonna be tough to sleep tonight, but we got to be ready for a dinner time baseball game tomorrow. Mets at Milwaukee. So.
You got to keep me in. Someone's gonna keep me because I got to work till about 7:30. So
you got to work?
Yeah, I can't think of.
I'm doing my live at 3 in the afternoon. Instagram live at MuscleSport Mag. Make sure you check us out every week right here on WGBB MuscleSport Media Live. Let's go Mets! Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week.
Noah, I have a job for you.
Jeez, it's not another arc, is it?
No, not again. This time I need a full-scale home renovation.
Noah Construction and Builders is your design and build partner. We do it all, from additions and dormers to full-scale renovations. Schedule your no-cost design consultation today. Visit us online at noahconstruction-builders.com.
Noah, I have a job for you.
Jeez, it's not another arc, is it?
No, not again. This time I need a full-scale home renovation.
Noah Construction and Builders is your design and build partner. We do it all, from additions and dormers to full-scale renovations. Schedule your no-cost design consultation today. Visit us online at noahconstruction-builders.com.
Noah Construction and Builders. Through dreams we design, with vision we build.